Commissioner Vicki Evans, the Senior National Coordinator of Counter Terrorism Policing, and Matt Walker, the Deputy Commissioner of the London Fire Brigade. We continue to work closely on these incidents with all of London's blue light partners, and we're grateful for the close work with the LFB. We're going to provide an update in relation to several events from recent days and weeks. Several premises, as you know, linked to Britain's Jewish community and to those who oppose the Iranian regime have been targeted in recent arson attacks. The latest incidents happened last night when in the Brent Harrow area a synagogue was attacked, and in Barnet bins were set outside a communal block. On Friday, as you may know, a Jewish business in Barnet was also targeted. DAC Vicki Evans is going to provide an update in relation to the Counter Terrorism Police investigation, and I will go on to talk more widely about the impact on London's communities and Met's work to protect them. Thank you very much. Vicki.
Thank you. Counter Terrorism Policing is leading all of the investigations into these incidents, and that means we have a team of experienced detectives looking across all of the evidence that is being gathered. The incidents are similar in nature. They have been arsons targeting Israeli and Jewish premises within London. Most have been claimed online by a group, Ashab al-Yamin, the Islamic movement of the Companions of the Right. The same group, in recent months, have claimed attacks across Europe, also happening at similar premises, such as Jewish and Israeli premises. I want to be clear, irrespective of the motivation of this group, to those who are facilitating this activity on their behalf and those who are committing the acts, we will not tolerate activity that seeks to intimidate and harm our communities. You will not succeed in creating division and hate. As the conflict in the Middle East continues to evolve, counter-terrorism policing and our partners remain alive to the threat of Iranian hostile activity in the UK. We are aware of public reporting that suggests this group may have links to Iran. As you would expect, we will continue to explore that question as our investigation evolves. I've spoken previously about the Iranian regime's use of criminal proxies, and we're considering whether this tactic is being used here in London. This is recruiting violence as a service, and the people who conduct that violence often have little or no allegiance to the cause and are taking quick cash for their crimes. To anyone even considering getting involved in that type of activity, my message to you is this. Ask yourself, is the risk really worth the reward? The stakes are high. I would suggest it's not. Those tasking you will not be there when you face arrest or when you face court. They will use you once and they will throw you away without a second thought. The cash you received will be a distant memory, but the consequences you face will be very real. When we identify you, we will seek to prosecute you, and this will include considering offences under the National Security Act, for which there are significant sentences and lifetime restrictions. Our investigations continue at pace. We have officers working round the clock, using all of our specialist capabilities. We will not rest until those who are responsible have been held to full account for their actions. I would ask the community, please work with us. Be alert, be vigilant. If you're concerned about anything or you have information that may help our investigations, please pass it to us. It could be absolutely vital. Thank you.
Vicki, thank you very much. As Vicki has outlined, we are facing a concerted campaign which is targeting Londoners and specifically targeting Britain's Jewish community. And so I want to talk today not only to a Jewish community that is fearful and concerned, but also more broadly to London. I know that many Londoners, like me today, will be shocked and appalled by these acts of violence and intimidation. And I also know that for too many members of our Jewish community, these feelings of concern are not new. And I saw that on Friday night when I was in Finchley. I was with the community there who'd been directly affected by one of these events in synagogue, in shul. And I saw there a community incredibly resilient, determined not to let racists and thugs win. But in order to be with that community as they came together in worship, I had to pass through locked gates and high fences. That cannot be right. That should not be anybody's reality. London is better than this. We should be standing alongside our neighbours. We need Londoners to be vigilant, to support those who are being targeted. We need people to speak out against anti-Semitism, against intimidation. And as Vicki has said, we need people to provide the vital information that will help us detect crime and deter terrorism. And that means we need a response across the whole of society, across all faiths, across all politics, across charities, across businesses. We need people to speak out against extremism. And for the Met's part, we'll continue to go well beyond simple words. I'm not going to rehearse or restate the operational steps that we've already shared with you. We made an extensive statement yesterday evening talking about our commitment to be present on the streets, and we will be there tonight, tomorrow night, and in the weeks ahead. Seen and unseen, we will be present, and we are making arrests. We've put hundreds of additional patrols into communities every single day, thousands over the last weeks. And indeed, it was one of those patrols last night that found one of those incidents that's taken place most recently and quickly identified that event. And finally, I want to reinforce a message that Vicki has shared. I'm saying this not with regard specifically to these live investigations, but I want to come back to the point about thugs for hire. People who commit criminal acts of intimidation on behalf of others for what they think will be easy money. Vicki Evans and I can stand here today and be absolutely clear, 100% clear, because we have led the teams that have seen people responsible for acts like those now serving lengthy prison sentences, and it is those teams who are working today to find those responsible for these acts. To those who are at all tempted, let me tell you again, it is a mug's game. And the people who can tell you that also are now serving long prison sentences. That is the fate that awaits you if you make that choice. I want to thank members of the community for their extraordinary resilience, and thank you, members of the media, for being with us here today so that we can provide that update. We are going to be working tirelessly on the investigation and on the protection of communities, working closely with partners like the London Fire Brigade across London to protect communities and to respond to their reports. Again, asking for the vigilance of communities. I'll close by saying that that work will continue, these updates will continue, and we will endeavour to answer your questions in the week ahead. Thank you very much.